We were always trying to find the next MJ, and I'm not even with this cloak of sadness. I'm not going to stretch it and say that Kobe was comparable to him. He wasn't. I mean, MJ's the greatest player of all time. But boy, the pennies and all the players we thought might be the Isaiah J.R. Ryder. I mean, the names from 30 years.
But think about this.
Kobe came the closest.
Exactly. So in some regards, it doesn't matter if nobody became the next MJ.
No.
It's just that this generation, Kobe's generation of player, strived to be Michael Jordan. And it's what pushed him to great heights. It's what made him who he is. And in a parallel and a symmetry to this, there is a host of these current NBA players, Jason Tatum being one, who felt that way about Kobe because they didn't see Michael Jordan. They were, and if they did, they were babies watching Michael Jordan. So a lot of these kids who are 23, 24 years old right now, they've seen the tapes and the videos of MJ, and they can marvel.
YouTubes.
They can marvel at his athleticism and his accomplishments, but they didn't experience it in real time. Where you're just like, can you believe he just pushed off and drilled that jumper or dunked over? What was it? Who was it?
Which one?
Exactly. I forget who it was. No, Elo. Not Elo. He didn't dunk over, but
he hit the jump shot over Elo.
Hit the jumper.
That was
over
the beginning
Elo,
of his rise,
right? But the emotion of, I still remember the emotion of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a Gatorade commercial.
And so that drives you if you love the sport.
Yep.
It's no different from me watching Walter Payton and Walter Payton doing the stuff that he did. That emotion drives you to want to be great and to be like that. There's a whole generation that wants to be like that because of Kobe.
Yeah.
I find it so interesting, the symmetry too of life and especially sport, because the Lakers and the Celtics, which used to be the rivalry. It was no other game rivalry like the Celtics and the Lakers.
Best of all time.
Right? Going back to Bird and Magic and all the way through to Kobe, who lost his last title against the Celtics, but then won his last one against the Celtics. And they played yesterday.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
In an epic classic game.
I know.
With Jason Tatum, who has arrived as a superstar, by the way, against LeBron and AD, who had to have these epic games in order for them to win that game, and then have the memorial the day after on February 2nd, 2/24. It doesn't make any sense, but it gets, in some ways it does.
It's lined up as really the most unique season in NBA history. For the wrong reasons.
That's right.
But the way everybody's responded, how everybody's been galvanized as a community. First of all, the NBA community always does things well.
Yeah,
they really do. There's such an obvious sense of tightness and. Family oriented, and it's awesome. And it showed itself today. It showed itself in the ensuing days after the crash and the weeks.